Welcome back to another podcast on Discussion Time. Your host, Riley, here. We have a bit of a discussion today. Now, everyone has answered this question, so I'm going to be looking at these two devices. Now, here's the big question. Now, probably everyone's asked this question, and I've decided that I will get my taste of the universe, and, So, the question is Xbox One versus PS4. And, well, it's quite a big question, and I'm going to be looking at some of the specs, not really specs, but looking at these two devices in sort of a bigger way to see which one is better in the purposes and see which one is better for you. So you can make that decision for yourself. So, let's just do a small quick overview. It has been close to about half a year since these two came out, maybe a little longer. In that time, PS4 has sold close to about double the units that Xbox One has sold, which is pretty big, and it sort of says a lot about the system. And now from a sales point of view, PS4 is the better console if you just look at the sales and everything. But is it better than the Xbox One? That's what I'm going to try and answer today. Now, PS4 has obviously sold more consoles, and so let's sort of get into the systems. The Xbox One is quite a bit more expensive. It's about $100 more expensive than the PS4. And no doubt, the PS4 is quite a bit more of a gaming machine. And actually, the size difference is quite large. I can't remember, but the Xbox One is close to 10% larger than the PS4, maybe a little larger than that. And maybe this is more of an opinionated thing, but I believe that the PS4 looks much better and has a sleeker design, although it does have a weird shape that makes it a pain in the ass to reach all the ports in the back, because it has this shape, I can't remember what it's called, don't yell at me for it, but it makes it so that when you're trying to get to the cables, it's like a face against the wall, so you have to reach over and around. It's weird. But if you've seen the PS4, then you know what I'm talking about. I do like the Xbox's shape. It's nice square, but I don't like how the buttons don't really do anything. They're just sort of on the system, and you don't really get any feedback when you touch it. You just sort of tap it and think it works. So, yeah. You can go look at the graphics yourself, but the PS4 definitely has better graphics. That's nothing I don't know. The PS4 is more of a gaming machine, and its graphics are better. It runs in 1080p and 900, and sometimes the Xbox stoops down to 720. So that gives you an idea. The tones tend to come out better in the PS4, and there's more definition in the picture. But the difference could also be the difference between the monitor you get or the television you use. So just keep that in mind. Now, taking a quick look at the controllers. I don't really like the new look nor the shape of the new Xbox controller. I think it's just gotten bulkier. I mean, the old Xbox controller was really bulky, but this one just got even bulkier. And I've always liked the PS system's controllers. They've always been nice, sort of small, and feel really good in the hand. But even the new controllers is just really nice, and I like the new DualShock with the whatever, I guess I'll call it a trackpad, and it's cool. But there's nothing really good that they've done with it yet, and I don't know, but I feel like once they get out of this sort of, phase, they could do a lot with it. Now, here are the overall reasons why one system is better than the other. Now, I tried to find as many reasons as I could, but the PS4 just had, one or two more reasons. I don't know why. Okay, so the reasons for Xbox One. It has a bit of a larger size, which could mean it's more durable in the long run, and it is a big clunky device, and it does take up a lot of space in your room. I mean, the eye will be drawn to it. It has a sleek design, which gives easy access to the cables, and the only reason I say it gives easy access to the cables is because the PS4 does not. Yeah. It will connect with other systems. Now, I'm not going to get into this, but it's a really cool feature that you could go check out. Just check it out on your own if you're going to plan on getting an Xbox. It has 3D Blu-ray support, which is really cool, although that's not quite a really big thing because the PS4 has that too. I believe that the PS4 has some better features, but that is sort of for you to decide. I'm not trying to sway your decision. So here are the specs, or not specs, but, the PS4's things. I don't know what I'll call it. It's much smaller than the Xbox One. It will not be as noticeable in the room, so if you're trying to have it sort of hidden away, it will be really easy. It looks nice. It does not require a separate power brick. The Xbox One is massive and it requires a separate power brick. The PS4 is more of a gaming machine. I mean, it's the Xbox One was sort of made for a family sort of device, and the PS4 was much more of just a head-on gaming machine. And as I said, the PS4 also has, Blu-ray as well, and the new PS4 controller is newer, sleeker, and more comfortable in the hand. I just really like that. Now, here is my verdict of these two machines. There is not a bad decision. Both systems are very good and run games very well. The choice is yours. In my opinion, the Xbox One is more of a family machine, and that the PS4 is a bit more of a gaming machine. If you ask me, I really think that the PS4 is a better console, and that it is the one that I prefer. But don't take my word for it. Go out and buy your own. Post in the comments what you think. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. This channel is growing pretty fast. I already have like 47 subs, which is awesome. I'll have another podcast up tomorrow, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get this one. I just wanted to make this one a really good one. So Riley signing off here, and I will hear you guys in the next podcast.